Looks like the boy's done it again. If you want to find out what that was all about, tune in, see what happens. Hey, this is Shane.
I'm James.
And this is That Dude's Garage. Today we're back on the Dart again. We spent some time last weekend ruining everything and going back multiple steps.
Yeah, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of thing. Beating on some headers.
And we had to take the car all back apart. So today we're going to put it back together.
And try and get it idling. Try and do some fuel system stuff. Just pretty much get it back to where it was before we took it apart again.
Alright, so we decided to give the headers a second try. Found some things on the internet saying you had to lift the motor 2 inches. Turns out probably more like 8. So far we're pretty close to where they need to be. Looks like everything's going to clear how it's supposed to. Right now we're working on getting the center link out.
Ears.
So that way we can clear the center section of the headers, because that runs through the center of them. Drop the transmission crossmember back out. Bang on some things.
All right. It's header time. We've been here for quite a few minutes trying to get this thing to fit, and did a little clearancing because they don't always fit the way they say. So we're going to get back under here and keep going until we get it, or we don't. And I hope we get it.
Hopefully I don't have to do any beeping on the editing, because there has been a lot of swearing off camera.
Marty! You've got to come back with me! Where? Back to the future!
Internal monologue. Is this belt going to fit? Yeah, it's gotta fit. It's gonna fit. No, it looks too short. God dang it. We're gonna have to slot that a little bit more. Get a little more adjustment out of the alternator.
You don't think the belt is just too short?
No. I see. We have all this room to make this slot bigger. There's no such thing as short belt, because we could go all the way to here if we wanted to. We just need about another ½ inch just to get the belt over that pulley. So we're going to slot this just a little bit more. A skosh.
Let's see how long it takes them to realize the alternator is sitting on the fuel pump. Oh, darn, he found it.
Oh no.
So your belt's too short, huh, James?
My $30 Napa V-belt, which should have been $7 at anywhere else, is about an inch too short. Dang it.
Well, good thing we have to run back out and get parts at 1 o'clock.
Dang it.
All right, so here we are today. Obviously, we didn't put out a video after the holidays there because we worked on a day on this, and we went, how many steps behind do you say?
So we
All right, so as you can tell, we're back on the car today. We didn't get to doing what we wanted to last week because James had a bright idea and read some things on the internet saying that his headers he bought from Temu would fit if we just clearance them a little bit.
It turns out you cannot believe everything you read on the internet. Just like this belt size. Not the right one.
And I will show you specifically what we're talking about. Over here in the pile of duster stuff, we spent 9 hours beating the snot out of these Temu headers to get them to fit. Did they fit?
They didn't.
They didn't fit.
They did not fit.
So we probably should have listened to Shane, huh?
Yeah, it's Shane knows more than I do, and I can admit that fact after the fact.
So after figuring out that those were not going to work, we got something that would work. And the last day we were going to do a video, we just got running on it and working on it and ended up forgetting to turn the camera on through the whole day. But now we have the correct manifold on, the steering is done, the radiator's back in and hooked up. And now we're working on getting the carburetor back on, getting the water pump belt, which we just figured out this is the wrong belt. And then we're going to do today, we're going to put the car up on the lift and we are going to do fuel system and exhaust.
On a happier note, we did get a new fuel pump, so our fuel pump isn't leaking anymore.
Should not be spraying fuel everywhere. So hopefully by the end of the video, we'll be able to do some idle tuning and get this thing to feed itself with gasoline and not be so loud we can't hear it on the camera. Another thing we also accomplished is the dashboard is in because we came across some wires that needed to be connected that kept us from starting the engine by the car. So that should be all dealt with now. The engine's sitting back in the car, all hooked up. We'll do some tightening once we get everything figured out. And we're going to get to work.
Trucker, there we go. Some nice washers.
It's real windy out there today. It's also very cold in the shop. So if you guys hear the old salamander running, we apologize for the noise in advance.
I'm gonna have to run up to the house in a minute.
Or
Potty time. Coffee every time.
when we go back out, do you want to get red cable for the starter, or are we just going to run the black one like we
We'll
have
run
been?
the black one like we've been running, and
Okay.
when we run back out, we'll just get some red electrical tape and wrap around that just to mark it.
Just down at the end?
Yeah.
All right. 'Cause we got to put the starter back in too.
Oh yeah, we can do that when we lift it up. It'll be easier.
I can do the coil bracket.
Yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
Why isn't this fitting? Oh, come on.
Pulling rubber grommets out. Probably would have been better if I just soaked her in some WD. Actually, I could probably just cut it right there. Yeah. Some snips. Snip, snip, snips. Nope. Come on around. Show you what I'm doing in here. So This is our new throttle cable style pedal versus the rod style pedal that we had. We're replacing it because it's just much easier to not deal with all the linkages that these cars had. And I'm just pulling out this grommet so the cable will slide through versus unbolting a mount. How'd you get over there? Anyways, so I had to cut this grommet a little bit because it had a piece of plastic in it that wasn't allowing this to go through. So now we got enough room to slide this through and into the engine bay, and hopefully we have enough length on this cable to get it up to the carburetor. And you know what, I think I have to take this mount anyway because we need to drill holes for these two mounts on the firewall. So this mount's got to come out. Yeah, okay. All right, simple enough fix. I think I'm going to use the zipper Ooga Dooga, aka the electric wrench. We are in reverse and noise. Save that for later. A little snack. Oh, let's just put all that metal dust on my phone. Now, should be able to bring this up into there. Probably gonna have to trim some of this firewall. Of course, I don't have a knife on me, but we'll just try and yank it and fold it out of the way for now. Ooh, is that asbestos? I'm alright. Just don't breathe, okay?
Chew on it.
Taste it.
Yeah.
Forbidden cotton candies. This looks like lemon lime flavor, maybe. Alright. Plastic. Oh, I have pliers somewhere. Mint. Alright, so now this will go about here. Let's see if I can. Yep, I might have to angle it a little bit, so it'll be a little goofy pedal, but it looks like it's going to have all the movements right there. Might have to bash a little bit right here, but
If you mount the pedal straight, we can always bend the pedal rod.
yeah. Oh, we still might have full. We'll still have full pedal anyway. Neat. All right, now let's go put the cable in the cable mount on the engine. I think that goes in here, right? Yeah, goes on this side because the kickdown goes on this side. So I don't know how this little tiny little cotter pin. Ow! Yeah, get out of there. Give it up.
She used pliers.
That's because pliers would be used by regular people. I am not
I'm
a
stupid?
regular. Okay, that's just me now. That's just cool. Oh, hey, I found out what happened to the old throttle. Huh. I think that's supposed to be there. Huh. Interesting. Oh well. No, it's not. And now this should... Right? Am I right or wrong? Yep, there we go. Perfect. And then the little cotter pin. We'll just hold that bad boy in place. And it goes into clamp. I'm not going to snug it down. I'm just going to hold it in place because we're going to probably have to adjust that at some point. And now, when I go inside and push on down the accelerator should move the carburation system. Ready?
Yep. Yep.
Cool.
Go all the way back. Let me make sure it's in full throttle.
I'm all the way back right now.
Yep, it's on full throttle in the carburetor too, so.
Excellent. Perfect. Alright. Problem number 45 solved. Now on to issue number 736. Audio might have been a little soft on that one. My comrade here forgot to plug in the microphones. But again, like I said, on to problem or issue number 5237. Which is, which one was that? Do you remember?
I think we can put it up and start working underneath.
I think you're right. I think everything up here is hooked up. Yeah. All right. The only other thing I'm going to do up here is I'm going to just slide this kickdown linkage on, and then I have the solid rod because we're going to use a solid one-piece rod. There's a bunch of different styles of this kickdown stuff. We're using the one piece. So I'm just going to hook this up here real quick. It's another cotter pin. Hopefully this one's a little easier. Come on. Ah. There we go. That like that. Then washer. And now, I don't know if that's, oh, that's going to be held up like that. So you throttle, it's going to go whoop up, whoop up. That's not a,
Yeah, I think we might need to work that.
we're going to make some adjustments on that bad boy. But this looks like it might have been bent at some point anyway. Yeah, all right, we'll figure that out after. Let's lift her up. Do some things.
Oh. No problemo.
So it's got to come down through there, I think. Yeah.
I want it right here.
Yeah. So can we cut this shorter and then do a 90 on it?
How the heck do they normally run exhaust in these cars?
This oil filter on. Oh, I put this oil filter on, didn't I?
I don't think anybody did. It's been up there.
It's tight. Do you have a strap wrench?
Got the oil filter tools right there.
I couldn't hear what?
The case for the oil filter adapters is right there. If not, the oil filter pliers are in there somewhere.
They have all new hardwares right here. So
Once you get that oil filter off, you can start getting that tank up, so
Yep.
we're not focusing on one thing.
at the same time, yeah.
And
So Shane is installing the starter right now. I'm trying to get the oil filter off. See where we can mount this exhaust.
those don't fit on the end of it because it's crushed. The filter pliers should be in the black box top drawer.
Yeah, we're gonna go with the filter pliers.
I think the top bolt for the starter is up on the car. Yeah, that didn't help me any. That's all right. There, where it needs to be. That's gonna be like a hard 90 out of there.
I know. The original ones were also a hard turn.
Like it's gonna be like directly like.
It's just gotta work.
Maybe if I 45 this. What's going on?
Just trying to figure out how to Jenga this out without making too much of a mess. There we go. Voila. It's out.
So it looks like in order to get this to fit up in there, I'm gonna have to 45 this, turn it, and re-weld it. So we'll see how this goes.
Sometimes I just forget what I'm doing in the middle of doing it. I remembered what I was doing. We had a slight oil leak from the back of this engine, but we did have it up at like 90 degrees putting it in, so I'm hoping it was just residual oil sitting in the bell housing. Fingers crossed, I don't need the rear main seal. But even if I do, she's a bit of a dripper, we're gonna run it anyway. Back here at the back of the car, out of sight, trying to figure out how to do that.
Internal monologue number 2. I know how gas tanks work, but I've never mounted one up. I can't figure out if the strap goes on this side, or does it go on this side? I don't know what I'm doing. Does it even use 2 straps? I may have to Google this. I should ask Shane. But he seems busy. No, I shouldn't ask him. I can figure this out. I know I can.
Alright. So we're going to get the gas tank, and we're just going to set it up in place. And it's going to tell us where it wants to go. So I can't figure out where to put these straps right now. Be right back. I'm back with a gas tank. You'll currently hear Shane cutting a piece of exhaust. Looks really cool with all the sparks. I hope he has his mic off. I'm not really sure if he does. But if he doesn't, you're definitely going to hear it. Alright. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get out. Oh, no, goes this way. Right now we're just test fitting just to see what we got going on. Okay, so that goes in there. That goes like that. And that's going to sit something like that. Yeah, something like that. And that's a gas tank. Now, I've got to figure out how the strap wants to go. Okay. Gonna go something like this. Yeah, something like that. I think there's supposed to be a notch over here that this sits into. I'm not really seeing much. Oh, never mind. I have found a notch. Like that. Perfect. And then perfect. Now we're going to use the J-bolt. I have new ones. Let me get the new one. What we got for new parts? We have a donut ring, which is going to go right here. We have... this is why I always keep a knife on me, except today I left mine at home. New J-bolts. And a new sending unit with fresh stock. This is nice. So everything should work because it's all new. There's no rust in this tank. This tank is new, but it's just been sitting around for a while. So let's put the sending unit in first. Alright, we have a cool little locking ring, a rubber gasket. I'm going to grab some WD-40. I don't like to install gaskets dry, so I'm going to put a little WD on it, lube it up so it doesn't dry out. Okay, we got our locking mechanism. Let's turn this so you guys can see what's going on. That's where our sending unit goes. And we're going to want this at the lowest part, so we're going to feed it in like that. That goes there. Our rubber gasket goes inside. We're going to pick up just a little bit. I got PD blaster at the pen van, so I just don't want it to go in dry. So we're going to lube it up. set that in there like so. This locking ring, these tabs outside so you can whack it with your screwdriver. Just gonna bend this up a little bit because these have a ramp, so when it tightens up, it cinches up. You shouldn't grab a pair of pliers to do that.
Okay, I'm just going to take you away from James for a second, show you what I'm working on over here. I'm making a 90 degree. Cut it at 45. I did do a little test bid. Make sure that proof of concept. Of course I used roll cage tubing because I don't have any scrap exhaust, so I wanted to make sure I didn't ruin this part. Alright, I'm going to go give you back to the fuel tank.
Oh, you're back again. Alright, so we bent these tabs up a little bit just to make it easier for this low side to fit in, and then it ramps up to lock in. So let's see if that did the trick. Nope. Get started, and then you take your screwdriver on these little tabs. Only one tab, and is that it? It's okay. Alright, so the other seal we have was pretty rudimentary. Literally just slides over the other pipe. Again, I like to use a little lubrication. Just squirt some on there and rub it around. Should pop into place. Perfect. Popped into place. We'll take a little bit more of our installation lubrication around that, so that way when the filler pipe goes through, it slides right in. All right. And then take it around to the other side. I have a slightly better view over here. There we go. Looks like my lens is a little dirty. No, I made it worse. Okay. So the filler pipe right here, which is, gross. We're gonna clean that. Trusty old, slightly dirty rag. Whoa. Check out that guy over there. I probably shouldn't be staring at that. Uncle Blind. That's what I've been told. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can slide this. Oh, perfect. Went right in.
That's where we need to get to, right there. Looks like I still might need to make it a little bit tighter.
So I always have this problem where I can never figure out what the size of a socket is just by looking at it sometimes. Let's grab 3. Nope. Yeah. Number 2. So we got a 11/16. That's our size. Mm-hmm. Turn on forward. That's a gas tank.
So we need to take this, make this radius tighter. I'm gonna buzz my welds off.
Now we have some more fuel lines, so we're gonna replace a little piece on here. Plug in our fuel gauge. I don't know if that works, but it might. We're still gonna put it on. Should be good. It should be good. We're gonna go with it. We'll find out later. All right. So now moving on over here, this side of the car, fuel line runs up here, and it does have a joint right here. I'm gonna try and disconnect this joint and blow air from the front of the car all the way down there, and we'll see if anything comes out. So let's work on getting this disconnected. Goop some stuff on that. Goop some stuff on that. Gooped up. We don't strip anything out. And no bigger. And oh, perfect. That is a 1/2 inch. Beautiful. Let's see if we can break this line free. All right, compressor's filled up. I'm going to move you to the back angle so you guys can tell me if any dirty, nasty rust comes out of this line. We're looking right there. Let's see. Mother Nature's best. All right, here we go. I don't even know if it's going to come out. I don't even know what that was that came out. But we're going to face it the other way because the rubber is going to be easier. So we're going to point you in this direction until if anything comes out the front line. Oh, come on, light. Metal. Stick to the metal. Oh, that smells like really bad gas. Oh, that's varnish. All right, let's see. Let's get this jammed up in there. All right. I'm not entirely sure if anything. Oh. That is. Oh, that's not good. Dang it. Yeah. That's supposed to be. Huh. All right. Well, that's something else we got to fix. Let's go see what Shane's doing. Look, we are in the Matrix. How's it going over here?
I have a 90-degree piece.
90 degrees?
Probably more than 90.
You know, one of my favorite bands growing up was 98 Degrees. I don't know. I'm going to go away now. So I was going to flare this line and reattach it. But instead of doing that, we're actually going to run a rubber fuel line from down here up to the fuel pump. It makes it easier for routing versus using hard lines all the way. And it's going to be good, I think. Probably be easier for me to use a socket on this because they are hexagonal. Yeah, that's good. Good. And then we'll shove this up to the top and then hook it up to the fuel pump. And then put clamps in various places to make sure it doesn't wiggle around too much. When I say clamps, I mean zip ties. Where's the best spot to shove? Outside of this. And we'll just rest it over here. Perfect. Yeah, I like it. Maybe I could have gone inside this. Now I tuck it close to the frame. Yeah. You know what? Let's come back down. That's what I'm doing. Through here. Oh, I'm in a mess. Yeah, that's better. Now we'll go straight up with it. Yeah, much better. Sick. So this fuel line coming off the pump's kind of janky, so we have some new hard line to replace it here. So we're going to do that. It's very janky. Can't even get a wrench on it. Yep, that won't work. Well, since we're replacing line anyway.
Vice grips?
Vice grips. Where's Derek when you need him? Alright. Such a tight space. It's turning. Much more we got. Not much more. These are the moments where I use my finger eyes. It's where you can't see anything, so you use another sense. One of your other senses of touch. There we go. Kind of wonky. All right, let's go flare a line. All right. Me and Shane and I, proper English, have swapped off because this is his really, really nifty flaring tool, but I have no idea how to use. It's got all of the things. Should be 5/16.
What line am I putting it on? This.
Oh yeah, the new line.
That was very unnecessary.
You just cut the end off. Might be easier. I wanted to make sure nothing got inside of it.
All right. So this kit here makes flaring brake lines and fuel lines super simple. It's just a matter of lining up what you need to flare and putting it in the die. And then on the top here, there's different die sizes. So we're running a 5/16. So you look for 5/16 op 1, which is this one here. And then you throw the handle on it. Switch it to op 2. Hopefully we don't need to take 2, and I did it okay the first time. Yep. Just like that.
Flared line.
Flared line. Ta-da! That should do what we needed to do.
So we probably are going to need a bender.
We bent the piss out of that, didn't we?
Yeah. It's got to go from here up that way, behind the alternator. Oh, is that a hand bender?
Yep, and I just hand kinked it.
Oh, nice. Actually,
That might be okay.
yeah, that's all right.
This stuff isn't normal brake line, so
No, it's fuel line.
Now I got a big length of fuel line chilling up in there.
Much better than the old one.
Where's the rubber line?
The rubber line's up top.
Okay, it needs to go here.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I shipped it up top then.
Yeah. Can I clamp?
Clamp. Clamp. Ow, sharp. Yep. Clamp.
Screwdriver.
Got it?
I think so.
All right. And that is our new pump. New fuel lines. Going up. Nice. This is very.
I got our carburetor feeder bottle. Thank you, Kyle. Not having to use a Gatorade bottle this time.
First time putting gasoline in the tank since probably the 70s. I don't know how this is going to go, but we're going to find out right now.
That's not more. What's not more?
Right now, as you can see, we have our heater core lines just looped back to each other. That way we don't, because we don't know the condition of the heater core and we just don't want it to be leaking everywhere. So
The thermostat housing is leaking. Of course. Thermostat housing is leaking.
is it?
Yeah.
When did that start?
I noticed it about the time you walked away.
What size ratchet is it?
9/16. I got it right here.
Is that coming out of the block right now?
I think so. I got the hose blocked off, so. I gotta clean that up.
What do we want to do? RQD or?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about it. You want me to scrape it in RQD or just sponge it?
Grab a drill and the fucking
Brush.
lines.
Now Shane is cleaning up our thermostat housing because the gasket was leaking. So we're just gonna clean it up, put some RTV on it, and give it holds. Was it just really old gasket or?
Yeah.
Drill's not gonna take that off. Oh, it's thick on there.
Come on. Miserable thing.
We're gonna learn now to make our own gaskets. Have you done this before?
Yeah.
Cool.
Where's the housing? Top. I have some scissors. Why do I have scissors? So when you're making a gasket, the gasket doesn't have to be perfect to the shape you're gasketing, especially in our case, because the thermostat housing just sits on top of the engine. So you can get kind of the general shape. And then you're going to put this in the vise. Grab the ball peen hammer. Makes one of the bolt holes. And this will make the second bolt hole. Then you take your ball peen hammer. If you need the inside diameter, because obviously we have an opening here, you can take the ball peen to the ball side. And you can get your generic outline of what you need. Grab your old pocket knife. Sometimes if the part you're working on has more material, this will cut right through the paper when you're hitting it with a hammer, so you won't have to get in there and cut around it. There you go. Gasket. Shake this down just a little bit.
How do you know which way the thermostat goes?
Yeah.
I never asked the question before. That's why I'm asking. I just don't know.
Yeah, usually, because it's going to get hot here,
Yeah.
and then it's going to open and let water through the...
Oh, okay. I usually just take them out and put them back in how I found them. Yeah, it's a long line, so there we go. It was pretty good, dude. Thanks.
And the only other thing we could do is just connect to the line here. Disconnect.
It could be our air fuel. Remember what that video was? It's all in and out.
Over here, so there's one now. Right. Peaceful. There you go.
I have sounded fine. Yeah, where's it? Yeah, that's where. Still cool too, so. Jeez Louise!
All right, here.
That was fun. Do you think it's lacking fuel or needs more
I think it's not.
fuel? Try to warm her up. Try to soak her up, actually, if you want. That sounded camp when you had it closed off like that.
Maybe hard shooting.
Yeah, oil pressure says reverse.
And you don't even know.
Well, it's starting up good, so we know the base timing's good. And it's a mechanical. So, or it's a vacuum.
Seems like it's not.
Well, it seems like it is. And we know it was running rich. Carburetor when we first got anything, just because it was. And it's down around. Carbon's maybe. That's nice. Pretty. Carbo was pushing up the, good. Good. Didn't sound bad.
timing comes over there and lost. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I cropped it up. But... Good timing going on. All right, so that's it.
That's it.
We got the dart pushed forward because we have other things coming in the shop. But as you can tell in the video, we succeeded.
I'm pretty happy. Got a couple good revs in there. And we just got to do some tuning on the carburetor now, possibly clean it out. Not really looking forward to that. But it runs on its own fuel system now. Exhaust works coming in the future. We got a little bit done with it, but not a whole lot. She wasn't very happy with me on some parts, but we'll get it going.
And the good thing is, we know it's getting fuel to the engine because it's leaking all over the floor. The one line we didn't replace. So we'll take care of that too. I'm Shane.
I'm James.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's free, it's easy. Just hit the button. We're growing, let's get big. Keep those wrenches turning.